Imagine being on the edge of a beautiful golf course as the sun goes down, casting long shadows over the well-kept greens. As the trees sway in the wind, you hold your club tight and feel the cold steel on your hands. What if I told you that the club you're holding is more than just a tool for the game? It's a sign of a fight between man and machine that goes back hundreds of years. Golf has been changed in ways that not even the great golfers could have imagined, thanks to technology. This is the story of how technology changed golf for good. Golf was a game of instinct, skill, and a strong bond between player and course for hundreds of years. For golfers, though, the connection between their gear and the march of technological progress made it more complicated over time. As new materials, designs, or ways to look at data were discovered, golf became more scientific and accurate. One thing we need to think about is whether this change has made the game better or less pure than it used to be, where talent and intuition were the only things that mattered. Before we get to that, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Higher Beta. So if you are a business or a content creator and you're struggling to get a team to help you create high quality content, or you want an extra source of income on YouTube but don't know how to get started, then Higher Beta is the one-stop shop for you. Higher Beta helps you create high quality videos like this one you're watching about the impact of technology on golf. We do it all for you. Whether your goal is to reach more organic users on YouTube for lead generation for eventual sales, or you are an up-and-coming content creator, but you struggle with edits, thumbnails, or you want a side hustle of owning a YouTube automation channel. All of that, we've got you covered. Book a call with Higher Beta today. Check the first link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, let's get back to the video. To understand where we are now, we have to go back to the very beginning of golf. The game was not at all like the high-tech show we see today. It is thought to have started in Scotland in the 1400s. Hickory woods clubs and feather-filled balls were used by the first golfers. With these simple tools, players had to learn how the club felt in their hands and how to adjust to the ball's unpredictable flight. Tom Morris Sr., who is often called the father of modern golf, said, "It's in the mind, not the tool, that makes the shot." But not even Tom Morris could have seen how the game's tools would change over time. The gumball, which was made from the sap of the Gutta-Percha tree and came out in 1848, was one of the first big technological advances in golf. The new ball was less expensive, would last longer, and would fly more reliably than the old featheries. Golfers could plan their shots more consistently for the first time, and then the game started to change. It wasn't just about how you felt anymore. Strategy and math came into play. Golfers quickly learned how to play with the gutty ball after the courses were redesigned and the distances were recalculated. Golf started to look more like the sport we know today. Steel shafts were another big change at the turn of the 20th century. Before this, golfers only had clubs with wooden shafts, which broke easily and weren't stiff enough for accurate to long-range shots. But when steel came along, everything changed. Bobby Jones was the first golfer to win all 4 major championships in the exact same year. He said of steel clubs, "With steel in my hands, I feel I can command the ball to do anything." Steel gave game strength, accuracy, and consistency that hadn't been seen before. As more golfers switched to steel shafts, courses had to change to adapt to the new situation. The fairways got longer, the bunkers got deeper, and the greens got faster. Before, the game was a test of strength and endurance. Now, it was also a test of speed. But with this new power came the first rumblings of worry. Purists were afraid that the search for longer distance would take away from the art of the game, those fine handcrafted shots. Despite this, technological progress could not be stopped. Over the years, the tools of the game kept getting better. Titanium, a material that used to be only used in aerospace, made its way onto golf courses around the world in the 1960s. Nicklaus, who is thought to be the best golfer of all time, was quick to use this new technology. He famously said, "This club makes me feel like I can hit the ball into space." The game changed forever when titanium drivers came out. The ball could now go farther than ever before because players could make the club head faster without losing control. Because the material was light, golfers were able to hit longer, more accurate drives, which changed how they played. But these new changes brought about a new problem. Golf courses that were once made for drives of 300 yards became useless all of a sudden. Architects rushed to make their courses longer, which added new dangers and made the overall challenge tougher. Golf had turned into a long game, but at what cost? The changes have been even bigger in the 21st century. It's no longer just about how good you are at moving, it's also about data. With launch monitors and GPS rangefinders, technology is now an important part of every swing, putt, and choice on the course. Tiger Woods, who many believe to be the most dominant player of his generation, once said, "Golf has always been about precision, but now, precision is measured in millimeters." Golfers can now look at every part of their swing in more detail than ever before thanks to technology like TrackMan and FlightScope. Want to know how fast you swing, how steep your launch angle is, or how fast your ball spins? These gadgets can tell you right away. These days, data is power for golfers. But not everyone is sure this is a good idea. Some people say that technology is making golf a numbers game, which takes away from its charm and unpredictability. A player used to rely on their gut to figure out how to read the course, but now they can use an app. Golf's best players have been very interested over the years as technology has changed the game they loved. Some people were very excited about these changes, while others were not too sure. The King, Arnold Palmer, once said, "Technology has made golf easier to play, but it must never take the place of the art of the game." For Palmer, the fun of golf wasn't just about how far or how well you hit the ball, but also how creative and strategic you were. Palmer is being careful, but not all players agree with him. Phil Mickelson, one of the most forward-thinking golfers of our time, has used technology in every way possible. When it comes to laser, rangefinders, and custom club fittings, Mickelson sees technology as a friend who helps him improve his game. There is still a lot of disagreement today. Has technology made the game better, or has it taken away the most important parts of skill and intuition? Course designers are having a hard time coming up with new challenges because golfers like Rory McIlroy can hit the ball farther and more accurately than ever before. In 2019, McIlroy said, "Technology lets us push the limits of what's possible, but the golfer in the course will always be the challenge." This feeling perfectly captures the tricky balance between tradition and progress that the golf world is still trying to find. So, one thing is clear about the future of golf. The game will keep changing, but only time will tell if it stays true to its roots or changes into something completely different. But one thing is for sure, golf will always have its own soul, with its unique mix of skill, creativity, and strategy, even as technology changes the playing field. I can see a golfer standing on a tee box, looking ahead with determination as the sun goes down behind them. What do you think? Has technology helped or hurt golf? Write your own answer in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth looks into the worlds of sports and technology that mix.